YouTube, what is going on? Savage here. You guys tired of struggling in Warzone 1, Warzone 2, or any battle royales? They're just basic fundamentals every player needs to learn before they can really excel to the next level. But with these tips and tricks, guys, you'll be able to go out there, get more confident, get better at your gunfights, and again, get a little bit more comfortable putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. But guys, if you do enjoy the video, leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel today. But let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Warzone duo breakdown. Today we're gonna be spectating Lava Noel and his teammate. They're on a hard regain. They've all died. They clearly had some form of hot drop, which I love to see out of players. It gives me a little bit of hope spectating these guys for sure. And now we're moving on. Now, Lava Noel did kill me fair and square in the ghoulie. I didn't let him kill me. He just shit down my throat. So hopefully we'll see some good-ass gameplay from him. It was actually my second ghoulie loss ever with the new gulag. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording it, but trust me, he shit down my throat. Let me know how you guys feel about the new gulag. I think it's a 9 out of 10. I think it's very rewarding for both sides. I don't feel like one side is more OP than the other, and there's also no crazy headies that people can just abuse. But that's my opinion. I want to know your guys' opinion. What are your thoughts, concerns, accusations with it? Right now, we're basically just looting. Now, normally I'd be like, let's go ahead and get our money, get our teammate back. But again, as you can notice by the token, teammate's still in the gulag. So right now, your job primarily is just to loot as much money as possible. So if your teammate does come back, you'll have maybe enough money for a loadout, maybe enough money for your weapons. Or again, if he fails the ghoulie, we can then proceed to buy. Now, I can't pull up the map, unfortunately, anymore. New Warzone glitch, I know. But there's a buy to our left-hand side. I'm very shocked we're not going to be 100. Just because we were already there. Now, the problem with what I'm seeing now is we're trying to go to the buy station airport, which is fine, assuming no one's there. But as most of us dictate our gameplay based off of our experiences, meaning my experience is that a lot of people go airport always, especially this tower, I'm really not for this decision because there's a good chance there's probably gonna be a team here and we might die before we have the chance to buy back our teammate, or two, that we do successfully buy back our teammate, but again, another team's still here and they kill us and we're in the same boat playing solo duo, or at least our teammate is. Now, it's a bunch of shoulda, woulda, coulda, but still, the better decision is to buy at the buy you're already next to instead of going to the unknown spot and risking it for the biscuit. Not really too sure what we're doing. It doesn't look like anybody's here. I don't think I don't see the helicopter on the mini map. So if there was a team here, they've clearly dipped. But again, we need to get our squad member back, and we've now passed up a second buy station. So a player that actually shit on me fair and square in the ghoulie is really doing some questionable things right now. We do have a team in front of us, could be a solo, but again, prepare for two always. Let's see if he gets tunnel vision on the one guy or if he continues to scout for the second guy. And making a lot of noise right now, just kind of putting ourselves out there. We should, again, have our teammate back by now. Most of the time we die in this game, it's because we failed to do something. Whether we die to a camper, whether we die to somebody stacking against us, we failed to do something, right? He failed again to buy his teammate back twice. He failed to maintain the element of surprise by just parachuting all over the place, stomping his big ass feet on the tin roof, and again, not looking for everything going on around us. We saw where the enemy landed. Instead of him focusing up on that area or playing that area waiting for him to come to us, he decided to go lay inside of the back of a truck and ultimately just go to his death. Now, what should he have done differently? Well, let's just pretend like he couldn't buy back his teammate. Again, we don't know if it's a solo. We don't know if it's a duo teammate. But what he should have done, again, was just play the entire fight efficiently. We knew there was a guy around us. You always prepare for the worst case scenario. So again, maintain high ground. Listen to your audio. Do you hear footsteps below you? If you do, then what's your next option? How many doors are there? How many entrances are there? Can you get some walls off through it? Are there any spots you could actually shoot through some walls? Do you have enough money for UAV? Is it better just to go to the buy and get a UAV? There's so many different elements to that fight that he should have done, and he just did none of them. He just, again, allowed the fear to dictate his gameplay, and we saw what happened. Because, and this guy here too, you know, we're getting shot at, and instead of just backing away, he's still just kind of holding it out. Now that's from panic for sure, because he doesn't know how to cancel that shit off, or he's fat fingering different buttons. So again, guys, when you're getting shot at, when you're playing the game, remain calm, because the moment you start panicking is the moment you're going to absolutely get shit on. Now he should know where this enemy is, but he doesn't based on how he's looking around. Now, right now, again, King Mike doesn't seem that much more proficient. He doesn't seem that much more confident. So I'd like to see Twan hug our butt a little bit more. Again, stacking is a very important part of teamwork. Now, when I say stacking, I mean just running together and playing together. I'm fine with that, right? It sucks when you run into it, but that's really how you have to play because that's how most people are playing. When I say stacking, I mean moving with each other. When I bitch about stacking, it's normally when 4 people are sitting in these corners waiting for one person to come through a door. That's what you want to avoid. You might get some nice easy kills doing that, but at the end of the day, you need to be moving together just like these two are now. And again, we do have a lot of money. I hate to see that this is his loadout build. I'm assuming that's what this is. But we have enough money for loadout. We have enough money for UAVs. We have enough money for a lot of things. I'd like to see us make some kind of buy play. First and foremost, if you see a counter UAV in the air, shoot it. Shoot the counter UAV so you can see everything going on the mini-map. You might have some people pop up. You might have a precision that's coming your angle and you can't tell because you can't see it. There might be a vehicle driving near you and you can't see it. A lot of issues with allowing those things to stay up. Good movement by the enemy right there. Well, maybe not good movement, just bad movement by King Mike, but it ends up securing it. What's funny about that is he literally jumped over us and he could have had us dead to rights, but he instantly went right back to his corner. That's a common trend we're seeing this match and basically every match there is. And again, everyone that's like, Savage, these are bot lobbies. I bet you $100,000 that you spectate your games, it'll literally be just like this. Most of the time, most players don't die to goated players. You have to remember, anyone with a 2+ KD is in the top 1%. That means 1% of players are sweats. So I say that to say, we all die mostly to your average everyday casuals and campers and bots or whatever you want to call them. Again, dude, there's a lot going on around us, and instead of going through the mines, instead of trying to destroy the mines, let's just go around them. It's almost like a roadblock, right? Just go around that bitch. Also, we're peeking way too hard right now. We need to be plating up first. The enemies are not pushing us. I don't believe the enemies are an immediate threat. If they are suppressing you, again, we have a cluster. Oh, he's taking so long. But there's 99% chance that cluster is going to go everywhere but where you want it to in the tower. And again, we need to think about rotating and other enemies around us. This is an unnecessary fight. Even if we get the knock, we probably won't get the Exy. We're also wasting a shit ton of plates. Our teammate's already moved off. Good on him. The rotate's definitely gonna be across the street. So again, instead of us sitting here, let's just go ahead and start mounting up the buildings across the street, other cities, and maybe even reverse gatekeep these guys in the tower. Not this zone, of course, because they are safe, but definitely next zone.
Black site secure. Good work.
Requesting recon.
Now remember, we can't always see what they see on the mini-map, so if some shit looks sus because he's looking where enemies are at, that's probably why. Again, we have enemies around us. We have the tower that I believe still has an angle on us, or damn near close. So there's really no reason to rotate out, or there's really no reason to loot while rotating out.
Taking effective fire.
All right, so it looks like maybe the team in the tower actually pre-rotated as well to get a better angle on us. And they're going to continue to focus on us. Now, look, when you come into new areas, again, when you traverse through the map and you go to an area that's unknown, you have to investigate everything around you. Look for signs, right? You have the black site key up there, so clearly there's probably an enemy team up there that is doing the black site or has already successfully done it. You also have the buyback, so clearly there was a fight going on, so clearly there's multiple teams in this area. So I say all that to say, stop focusing the next compound over, worry about the compound we're in right now. And again, we have a lot of people around us. I'm expecting at least 3 teams minimum because of the fights going on and because, again, past knowledge. What did I say at the beginning of the video? I always dictate my moves and where I go and how I find enemies and how I rotate around bad areas based on my past experiences. I know that Agdar Village is popping, so with saying that, don't be busting through windows, don't be busting through doorways. Again, play it as if the enemies are on top of you. How would you play it? Now, I gotta be careful with that question because a lot of you guys will be like, well, I'll just sit in a corner of camp. And don't do that. Move slowly, move together, clear buildings together and efficiently. and try your best to maintain high ground, maintain good position, get good footing, and also get better weapons. I say that because he's really not rocking a decent long range weapon. M13's fine, not the greatest out there, and you don't have to use meta. Use what you want for sure, but I definitely recommend some form of sight. I mean, we have literally a red dot on the P90 that doesn't need it, and we don't have any optic at all on our long range weapon, which I think would definitely at least need a red dot, preferably something different. Now, judging by the skin, that is an enemy. There's one player. This is technically a 2v1 as of right now, maybe more around us. So let's go ahead, get eyes on the enemy. We have rooftops, we have ledges, we have windows and doorways. I want to not get distracted with AI. I want to get the high ground. I want to look towards that enemy. Instead, we're going to run back. And again, I did say you always want to approach it as if there's two because you never know. But right there, we knew there's at least one. He was semi-vulnerable. We probably could have had a chance to shoot at him and take him out. But instead, we ran from the fight. Now we're getting distracted with AI. Now, this is a huge problem for multiple reasons. One, it's clearly already been done. So we're coming in here really not for much. Two, we're going to be wasting a lot of plates. Three, there's going to be another team here, no doubt about it. And four, we're probably going to get third-partied. I said it's probably already been done, but it actually got completed as we were in here, so. And it might actually benefit us no matter what. But again, prepare for the third party.
Don't shoot me, you bastard!
Again, learn the buildings. Maybe they're just looking for loot at this point, but get your secondary loadout. I always recommend keeping your first loadout always your primary. Whatever the meta is, whatever you like using, whatever you're going to be using throughout the game, make that your first. But if you're rocking overkill, which most of us are, make your second class, turn overkill off, put on tracker or whatever perks you want in place of overkill. And then picked up that second class, because taking advantage of all the perks that you can at any given moment is definitely crucial. Again, I'm more worried about a third party than anything else. It's working out, and we're very, very blessed that nobody's actually come up here, especially the guy that we ran from originally and the other teams that were already here on top of that. With all the noise being made, if there is an aggressive party around, they're going to push normally. We haven't checked the ladder one time. We haven't even checked around us. We're just kind of tunnel vision right now. It's working out, but again, you need to avoid mistakes like this, because how many times have you guys been doing some random shit like this and you get pushed by 2, 3, or maybe even just one team? Happens a lot to us. And use the whatever weapon you guys want, but I highly recommend using some kind of build that makes sense. If you like iron sights, by all means like iron sights, but you better take that shit off that P90 and replace it with something different. That P90 does not need that bitch. And on top of that, I just don't think the M13 is really a viable long range weapon. It's a decent medium range, decent close range, but it's decent at best. Now look, gas is encroaching on us. We need to get dipping, bro. We're not going to be the only team that's going to be playing slow. So if we play slow with the other team, there's a good chance we're going to be fighting the gas and other enemies. We've witnessed one thing throughout all these spectatings of Warzone 2, and what is it? People love playing the edge, dude. I tell you guys not to until the end of the game, yet that's all we see. And people wonder why they're gate kept, held so often, and why they're third partied so often. This is usually why. If you guys don't want to fight multiple teams at the same time, you need to avoid situations like this. We're lucky that all the teams around us are shooting at that vehicle. No one's really focused on us. Oh, here comes that vehicle. Oh, maybe they got a UE on us? And again, I would imagine the circle would hard rotate further north, going more towards the swamp marshland area. So all this playing the edge is going to keep us on the edge the whole time, because we're basically going to have to just keep moving and moving and moving and moving. A lot of players don't like being out in the open. That's why they play slow. The problem is you guys play too slow. It's going to force your ass to be out in the open more than you'd like this. So again, say all that to say, go ahead, pre-rotate the next zone. Ask yourself where the best zone is, where the best building is, where the best gate queue would be, and go ahead and post your ass there. There's nothing wrong with sitting in an area if it's a great position. The problem is most people sit up in areas that aren't great positions, then they die, and they're asking themselves, well, what the hell is the difference between positioning and camping? And again, camping is just sitting in a random building not having any idea why you're even in there, just sitting there just because. Positioning is asking yourself, well, shit, this tower is on the edge. It's a great gatekeep spot. Let me just sit here and gatekeep until the zone closes, and then maybe I'll just float somewhere, pre-rotate the next zone. Watch what's gonna happen. The way these guys have played this whole time, they're gonna end up dying before they can get to the next safe area. I said that right when they started getting attacked. That was just unfortunate timing. Eventually, them playing the gas will cost them their life. Eventually, it will cost them their life. And again, we have the balloon we can take advantage of right now. Someone please let me know what these damn tokens do. And look, this right here, look at the way he's looting right now. This is a perfect example of like, you gotta train your mind to analyze what's in front of you quickly. First off, we have our loadout weapons. Why are we even looking at that dude's loadout weapons? It doesn't make any sense. Granted, if he doesn't have his guns leveled up, maybe that's a good excuse. But if that's the case, any guns on the ground is gonna be better than what you're using now. Secondly, again, the longer you're out there vulnerable, the more chance you have to get clapped by the people playing the edge of the zone. Thirdly, whenever you're at a buy station, there's always gonna be people around you. And we're lucky right now there's not, but with saying that, always smoke yourself. I highly recommend if you're rocking smokes, you better be using restock. That's the best freaking thing to utilize when you're rocking smokes. And again, buy stations, loadouts, things you need to go to that are usually camped. That's how you avoid getting clapped most of the time. Guys, if you guys want to check out my live streams, again, we'll be streaming here on YouTube in the morning time. But if you guys are afternoon or evening, we'll be streaming live on Kick. Make sure you guys follow my Kick page. I'll go ahead and leave that at the top of the description. The vibe's been killer over there. Everyone's been very, very supportive. I appreciate everybody hanging out, man. We'll be playing with viewers, doing custom games, doing a lot of things with the community. So guys, make sure you're part of that. And again, playing the edge. This is going to be a hard rotation further to the north because we're going to have to come off a hill, very vulnerable with very little cover. Our only chance is if it still favors us a little bit, but it doesn't. And it actually looks like it's rotating back, definitely north, but more northwest, a little bit past, I want to say Peak so bad, but that area. Can't think of it right now. Zaza. There we go.
Loadout drop headed your way.
And again, this is going to be the downfall. I want you guys to pay attention to this. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right. As we're playing slow and playing the edge, the moment push comes to shove and we need to rotate into a bad spot, one of many things is going to happen. Either one, we're going to panic and we're going to die. Two, we're not going to have any cover and we're going to die. Three, all the above. Right? He's gotten in 4 fights this game. Our teammate has gotten in maybe 1 or 2. Don't do it, Bloodbath. Don't do it. He's gotten through. So we got 7 kills between everybody. What's savage? What's savage? No but nothing. Look at this. You see what I'm saying? Guys, you're not the only people to play like this. There's a reason why we're able to predict this shit. What in the flying fuck are we doing, Crafty? You crackhead. My man's sense is cranked up. No hate. But I want to see some hella good snipes out of this boy. But look, guys, when you're all playing the edge of the gas, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. You're going to run into enemies. You're going to be... I wanted to really see him rotate. You saw the glint to the right-hand side. He didn't see the glint. There it is. Ooh. I was expecting big things out of your boy Crafty. His sense cranked up the shit, bro. I'm definitely expecting big things. I don't see what he sees. Again, we're not really in a good spot. We're on the bridge, so we're kind of safe-ish from both sides of the bridge, but that hill is more what I'm concerned about. You know people play edge. We just saw that. We just saw who killed our homies. I don't know how the hell we started spectating them, but again, the high ground is around us. When people survive situations like this, it's literally just pure luck. And to be 100% fair, any marshland-ish ending is basically luck anyway. We shouldn't be taking shots like this. We need to be worried more about getting to that next building, get in position. TTV King Kaba's getting to the right spot. He's got the right idea. And once you're positioned, like right here, then you're able to do whatever you want. Again, we need to watch our back a little bit because we didn't clear those buildings by the bridge. And again, you saw what happened with slow gas play. Now, this is a point of always slowing it down in game. No matter how aggressive you are, you got to slow it down. Right now, we're out in the open. And we're lucky teams are fighting each other, because out in the open, focus on this building here. If those teams were not fighting each other, or even now if they finish, they could easily shoot down on us and get the kills. But right now we're in a 2v2. That team should have taken that opportunity to come down here, at least gotten the high ground over us. We're at the down slope. We're in a bad spot. So if that team is doing what they're supposed to do, they should shit on us. However, it looks like they're playing slow. You see them rotating the right-hand side. Your boy does not. I think that smoke kind of gave their position away, to be honest. They may or may not screwed themselves. So the enemy team we just witnessed, they were behind my webcam. I hope you saw that. They rotated down to the right. They left their position. They left the high ground and came to where we were at, the low ground. Now, I said I want them to come above us and play that high ground, but they didn't. They wrapped further around, and now we've literally flip-flop position. This is terrible by the enemy squad. Granted, I don't think these two guys are spectating or bad at all. I think they're pretty good players, so they might have won anyway, but these guys made their job a lot harder by rotating away from the position they were in. The only hope that enemy team has is, again, utilizing their smokes to their advantage, getting a knockoff, getting a down, and we're doing the exact same thing. I'm actually really confused right now. Now, you might be asking yourself, but Savage, there's not much cover up top. And you're right, there's not. But again, we got smokes. Well, we had smokes. We had shit to use. We just played a ring around the fucking rosy so many damn times. Our team just paid the price for it. All right. We need to play it up. We don't have much Dury, so we're going to have to, again, run and get safe. This is GG right here, bro. Your only chance is to fight this out and win the fight. That's it. That's all she wrote. Now, again, this is where restock's crucial. I don't think your boys got restock because we don't have any more smokes popping up, and it cost him his life. And in that situation there, again, having restock or saving our smokes to get back into position would have been great. And I know why they rotated. There was no high ground. But again, smoke out where you're at and just play the edge of the smoke and hopefully get some pops off. You never want to leave that high ground to rotate to the worst spot, ever. The only time I told them guys I wanted them to rotate towards us was to grab that hill that we were under and shoot down on them. That was it. But both teams did this weird ringing around the rosy thing, and again, the team that ended up at the top is the one that won. I mean, there's no surprise there at all. But guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new. If you have any friends that are playing like this and making mistakes like this, and you think they'll benefit from my channel and my tips and tricks, make sure you guys share the channel with them, share this link with them. But guys, again, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're enjoying the new Warzone update. But until next time, good luck in Warzone. You're gonna need it.